what she said was that OPS and DMK is the only reason that Jayalalitha's death came much faster or sooner than what was anticipated. She said DMK is the sole reason which took Jayalalitha's life, because when she was jailed, she suffered a lot health-wise, and her health did take a backseat.
It was the DMK. In the affidavit, Sasikala has been telling. DMK is the main culprit. They were responsible for the death of Jayalalitha. And she has been giving list. During 1990, when Sasikala car had come, a lorry had hit Sasikala Jayalalitha's car. She was very narrowly escaped. Sasikala says it was the lorry made by the lorry of DMK. DMK flag was there. It was the conspiracy made by Karunanidhi, she was informed. Even you take a case of MGR. MGR could have lived for another 10 years. Only because of Karunanidhi, he got an early death. Because he was giving so many nuisance, so many trouble to MGR. Nobody can bear it. Because MGR is a good soul and Karunanidhi is a bad soul. MGR used to call it as Thiya Sakti. In Tamil, he used to call it
evil force.
He will be doing all sort of nonsense, all sorts of trouble. The other side, since they are all good soul, they will not repeat it against these people. So they have got an advantage. They will not do anything. So that he had given so many trouble. He had not allowed all the films to release when he was the chief minister. After when MGR faced the election, he had threatened all the financiers not to give any help to MGR. When MGR contested in India,
he pledged Satya Studios.
He pledged Satya Studio. Because he will be giving all sorts of trouble. That is why MGR did not have any blood pressure, any sugar at that time, before entering politics. After entering politics, due to the nuisance given by the Karunanidhi, he had got all sorts of illness. That is why he had died earlier. Just like that, Jayalalitha, they had foisted false cases against Sasikala, against him, Jayalalitha. All are her self-earned property. I am asking the question to Mr. Kunga, because Kunga is not a very good judge. Being an advocate, and after reading the judgment, we will be determining whether he is a good judge. His crafting is so poor, and he has imposed 100 crores of fine, which the criminal history never had such a huge amount as a fine. He had surpassed, he had violated all the legal norms. He had blabbered something, and he was telling that he says in the judgment he says that Pious Garden, which was bought in 1971 by the hard-earned money of Jayalalitha, was unaccumulated wealth. How can it be? 1971 property. When she was acting, she came to politics only after 82.
Yes.
And how can it be? Nobody had questioned this, even Supreme Court. Supreme Court, as an advocate, I am telling, you cannot see such a worst court in any world. Because we advocates used to call them as jackpot. If you go to the Supreme Court, it is only a jackpot. You will not get the judgment on merit. They will not at all read it. They will just throw it within 2 minutes. They will throw the papers. So this Supreme Court and Kunha judgment went there. Immediately they said. So this is how things had happened. And Sasikala says that after she was convicted, after she went to jail, her health was completely deteriorated. She had got dysentery continuously. She had got high level blood pressure only after that. She was in jail for 14 days. Only after 2014, after she went to jail, her health was completely collapsed. So it is only due to the DMK. It is only due to the new, conspiracy made by the DMK. And she said DMK was the main reason for her death.
Jayalalitha's health.
BJP, she is not pointing on the BJP about her death. She has not connected BJP with that death. But she is saying that they have made political conspiracy for the personal, for the personal gains of Modi. And they have been giving all sorts of trouble after Jayalalitha's death. Till Jayalalitha death, Modi was keeping quiet. After Jayalalitha died, this is how even I hate BJP, because I am appreciating BJP in most of the issues. In what is that? Foreign relations, very good. They have been handling China issue. They have been threatening China issues very excellently.
Yes.
There is no terrorist activities for the past 8 years. Very, very, very excellent thing. New education policy, very good move. All these things, they have done so many goods, but at the same time, they have done blunders in local politics. GST, that demonetization, all that had collapsed the economy. And apart from that, the petrol price handling, the international level petrol price has been going down, but they have not been reducing their petrol. They have made it as a business. BJP, Modi government has made it as a business petrol. Because according to the convention, whenever there is a rise at the international level, the price of crude oil, based on that they will increase the price of petroleum. When there is a downfall, they will reduce it. You could see the past history. But these people, after making it as 101, even if there is a fall in price of petroleum product, they have not been reducing. So all these things, anti-people act, all the anti-people measures they have been now taking, people are suffering a lot. Apart from that, they have become very unreliable partner in politics. Nobody will go to the BJP hereafter. You take it for granted. Next election, BJP will be joining only with Sasikala. And if you join with Sasikala, you cannot talk about the corruption in politics. She is a corrupt lady. You are aligning with a corrupt lady. All your medias are supporting that your investigation, the medias are supporting Sasikala. You are insisting Edappadi to join Sasikala in ADMK. Then you don't have the right to talk about corruption and everything. So that local politics is at the lower level, and I have not seen such a unreliable party in my politics. I have been watching politics for the past 40 years. I have not seen such an unreliable party like BJP under the leadership of Modi, because during the time when Vajpayee and Advani was in power, and they have been doing with consciousness. These people, they don't have any consciousness, and that is what Sasikala had been blaming BJP. For having spoiled the ADMK party. This is the other thing. And she is also blaming about Pannirselvam. She says that Pannirselvam is the agent of, not only the agent of DMK,
but also
the agent of
BJP.
And he has been helping Modi to split the party. This thing she has to tell me. So my own assumption is that with regard to Arumugam report, we should not restrict ourselves to come to the conclusion about the role played by Sasikala and Jayalalitha's death. That is our major point. But the other point which we have to consider is, what is the information given by Sasikala about all these people? So see, as she said, DMK was solely responsible for Jayalalitha's death. They have given so many trouble to her. Second thing, BJP has been trying to split the ADMK till now for reasons better known to them. I don't know the reason. Any sensible person cannot form any one conclusion. They have to tell why they have been doing all these nonsense. The BJP leaders have to tell. This is the second thing. Third thing, Pannirselvam is an agent of
DMK and BJP.
BJP wants a Pannirselvam because he will do anything to Modi. If Modi asks, give me 35 seats, and you take ADMK 4 seats, so you will accept. This is what Modi. But politics is a different game. And if you do not hold, but if you do not have any consciousness, and if you do anything against the conscience, definitely you will be facing the consequences. I have been seeing so many leaders. Indira Gandhi, I have seen, this is a lion lady. And I have not seen such a party like the BJP in handling the affairs of the alliance partners. That is the thing.
As far as the petrol goes, it also depends on the demand and supply, and also the state is charging the state taxes more than the central tax levied.
Okay.
So-
Only after adding all the taxes, the price comes around 101.
101.
According to that international price, after that by adding all the state and central tax, it comes around 101. Conveniently, BJP is not implementing GST in petrol prices. They say that there is one country, one tax. Why for petrol alone the BJP is not following that rule? One country, one tax. They should have charged only GST, you know. Well, then why is the central is charging separately and the state is charging VAT separately? So according to that convenience. And after 101, that has been reduced at the international level. At least you should release 1 rupee or 2 rupees according to the international market price, you know, that they have not been doing. So they have been punishing the people with huge taxes. And GST, you know, then they have been, the policy of the taxation is, what is the policy of the taxation? We should not punish poor.
And it should be uniform throughout India.
We should get more from the rich. We should not punish
the poor.
And we should not impose tax on the articles and on the other items which is used by poor people.
Poor people.
In Indira Gandhi, when Indira Gandhi was there, black and white TV taxes less.
And color used to have taxes were more.
But these people, these main BJP people, all the items used by the poor people also, they have been charging much. They have put GST for pencil. They are putting for rubber. These are all will be used by the poor students. Rubber, eraser, all these things put exorbitant tax. Any government, if they impose exorbitant tax, definitely will fall at one point of time. So that will happen to BJP. That's what I think. But I'm appreciating BJP on so many issues. That citizenship issue.
Yes.
I'm appreciating. And whereas in agriculture bill, no agriculture. I had opposed right from the beginning. What had happened? That was cancelled. That act was cancelled. That is why some sense should prevail in BJP's future action. That is what I want to say.
Thank you for joining me. Jai Hind.